My name is Nick and welcome to Grounded with Nick. My YouTube channel is a way for me to spend some more time slowing down and stretching, so please join. My upper back feels pretty tight today, so if your upper back feels locked up or stiff, let's spend a few minutes just to kind of open everything up. 8-minute timer, and we'll start with some reach throughs. So we're in this position, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go left hand, palm facing up through, ear and shoulder to the ground. A few seconds here. Have I started the timer? I have. Reset. Right hand through. Right shoulder, right ear to the ground. Kind of exhale as I reach through. Spend a few seconds in this bottom position, as if the floor is trying to tell me a secret. I'm listening. Don't rush. I'm using that other hand that's not reaching through on the ground to kind of help push me back up. Nice and slowly. A few things I'm grateful for. I have a car. My wife and I have a car each. Super grateful. Nothing fancy. Gets us from A to B. Safe and reliable. I hate public transport. If I lived closer to the city and it was more convenient, I'm sure I would utilize it more, but there's little weirdos too. My ankle feels like it needs to crack. I'm going to do some movements called opening and closing of the book. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but kind of like the fetal position. My knees are pointing this way. I'm pushing my knees into the ground. My hands are together. I want to open up nice and wide. Oh, went to the osteotherapist a few days ago, where I had my traps needled, dry needled, because I was having some issues with them. And he cracked my body over a few places. It's normal for the first couple of reps to have less range of motion than the last couple of reps till the body kind of opens up. Just make sure you keep this side, as in this side, locked onto the ground, and don't come up to get more range of motion. That makes sense. Stay locked. Book is closed. Book is opening. I feel like my lower back needs to crack. Hopefully I'll get it on the other side. I'm grateful that I got to go to the osteo. He's a genius, that man. He's a big fella too, so he's got big, strong hands. I'm not exactly a fan of massages that use the elbows unless it's specifically for the glutes. Whereas elbows on the back and the spine and the neck, I feel are so brutal. Right, changing sides. bing, bam, bing, bam, bam. Same thing. Coming over and around. Oh, this side feels tight. I'm kind of looking away as well with my hand. Being mindful not to open up the hips. Keep the hips locked off into that one direction. One direction. Grateful that my fridge is, it's not really full. I think we do need to go for a grocery shop. But I have a bunch of ingredients in there. I have food. I'm grateful that I have access to food. That's super important, and I would assume that the statistics would be that most of the world don't have food or don't have readily available food, or which is horrific. And then there are a small few countries that eat too much. I'm not saying anything that's not supported by facts. Some countries don't have enough food. Other countries have too much food. You do with that information as you will. Oh. Last one. It's nice to just be slow, patient, few basic movements. Child's pose. So I'm going to get toes together, knees really wide. I'm going to force my bum down and back. I'm trying to get my chest to the ground and pancake my hips, and I'm kind of pushing back a little bit as well. You can move your hips if you need. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time in this position because it kind of feels uncomfortable in my shoulders and lats. Clearly I'm really tight there, and in my hips. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time in this position. My forehead is resting on the ground. I feel a stretch in my hips. I feel the stretch in my shoulders and lats. I am ungrateful for the Indian minor birds that have been terrorizing my backyard and kicking around some seedlings. Planted some peas the other day. They've come out and they're little. And a couple of the seedlings were kicked out of their position. And I've seen a gang of Indian minor birds kind of loitering in my backyard. Now, I love nature. I do. But those little bastards. And I have a little Jack Russell that does nothing. My little daughter runs up to the window and says, "Oh, hey!" She sees me do that. Oh, time is going off. Thank you for sharing that experience with me. If you enjoyed it, I'll see you on the next one. If you didn't, do something else. Just make sure you move.